Hello, and welcome to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. This is a new segment, Time Out. I'm your host, Vance Bradford, and today, man, the Time Out, I like to come on. We're just going to do something real quick. Off to the races. As you know, tomorrow, February 17th, is early voting. So we're gonna talk a little bit about the local races that's going on. But before I continue, I can't do this by myself. I got to bring in the CEO of TAN TV, the Honorable Laura Thompson. There she is. She's just popping in and out.
Well, thank you. I'm on this new device, so forgive me for.
Oh, okay. It's all good. It's all okay, Laura. So, we're just jumping on here real quick and inform the people, to our TAN TV viewers, but early voting starts tomorrow, and maybe touch on some of these local races that we have out here. That's you know, first of all, I just want to say, we're back here again where we got to vote. We just got to vote. Uh, and there's no excuses and nothing. And if you register yourselves, and we got to vote. We see what happened, and this guy is really trying to tie things up. So, Laura, you got anything to introduce, and then I'm gonna ask you a couple questions about some of these local races that we have.
Okay, so these races are pretty exciting this time around.
Yeah.
We got highly contested races, and we got some good people on both sides. According to some people, everybody has their pick. But they're just highly contested, and it's making it more exciting. And I hope that it encourages people to get out and vote, and that we have a larger turnout this time around for the primaries. The early voting starts the 17th, like Van said, and it ends on the 27th. So you got a couple of weeks to really get out there and get in line. Hopefully, I haven't been this excited about a race since Obama ran.
Well, and we know which race you're excited about, and I think a lot of us are. A lot of us are, So we'll wait to get to that. We'll comment when we get to that particular
right.
race that we'll look.
Two of them that I'm excited about.
Good. Well, I might hit one that this one you might be. Let's start. Let's kick it off with the county judge race. How about that one?
Yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's kind of crazy. I had an opportunity to interview Ron Nirenberg during the Final Four, and I was asking him what was next. And he said he had to pray about it, and I asked him what he was praying for, and he said he wouldn't release that information. But I'm kind of surprised that he got in the race against Peter Sakai. So I'm excited about that race, and it's pretty exciting. Um, uh, I think it's anybody's win. Peter Sakai's been in there for, I think, one term. Has he been there one term?
Yeah, I think so.
One term, and then Ron is coming in hot. So.
Acting with our slogan. All right. Well, we'll see how that go. But like I said, we got to get out there and vote for that. For sure, for that race. I mean, Mr. Nirenberg didn't waste no time leaving from the mayor's office. I thought he had signed on with Trinity or somewhere over there, but we'll see how this turns out for him. Okay.
Right.
So let's talk about what about the county commissioner?
I don't know. I don't really know a lot about that race. I know
Mm-hmm.
Commissioner Calvert, he's unopposed both in the primaries and the general election. So he's going to skate through. Justin Rodriguez, he's an incumbent and he's been in for a while. So, I don't know how that's going to go because I don't know who his opponent is. And I don't really, since I'm not in that precinct, I haven't really paid that much attention. But he does have a lot of name recognition. And he's been in there for a while. So we'll see what happens, Justin.
Well, okay. Well, we might as well go on and get to this one, because I'm gonna be on here just a little short time with my interest, but I do vote. I voted ever since I was eligible to vote. So, well, let's talk about the governors, right?
Yeah, the governor's race. He's made some noise, over the past few years, and it hadn't necessarily been, to me, it hadn't necessarily been favorable noise. He's made a lot of changes based on, federal decisions that he didn't necessarily have to go along with, but he has. And then he's got an opponent, Gina Hinojosa. She's a Democrat, but it's a few other people running, but she's the front runner for the Democrats. And so, according to some of the polls, it looks like, she's gonna, come in close. I don't know if she's gonna win, but and I don't know what polls were saying she's close, but both of them are supposed to be in the 40% range.
Okay, so help me with this. That's why when I come on the show, I make sure I'm not the smartest person in the room.
Yeah, me neither. Right?
So
no, I'm not.
And maybe it's me, and maybe I didn't, maybe I just got to jump on and do some more research, but I haven't heard of the Democratic candidate.
Right, I haven't either, except for Gina Hinojosa. And, I heard of her, and I've seen a couple of commercial spots on TV. I don't watch TV that much, but I've seen a couple of commercial spots. And a couple of people mentioned her. And then somebody last week was trying to push me to vote for her. But I really don't know much about her. I don't know who she is, what she stands for, where she's from. I don't know any of that stuff.
I mean,
not to say, I'm going to vote for her opponent. I just don't know who she is.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. I mean, you mentioned that one that and she's a Democrat, right? How many candidates do we know? How many candidates there for Democratic candidates?
It's at least 5 or 6.
Okay.
So, I don't know them.
That race is very important, man. I mean, we need changes. That's all.
Yeah, but if they don't have it takes a lot of money to run statewide like that, and to run against an incumbent. So, it's up to the candidate to really get out there and get the word out. But a lot of people don't have that kind of money to do that.
Right. Okay.
Support. You got to have the support and the money, and both of them go hand in hand. And if you don't have that, it's difficult.
There you go.
People, you are, and it's to a fault, for the people or for people that want a different choice. It's kind of unfair that we just have to kind of guess who to vote for. So
that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Okay. Well, because we our main goal today was, to get the word out that the early voting starts tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow. And so let's get to this race that a lot of folks are excited, and I think both candidates are, they doing their thing. They're out there beating the pavement, getting around and making noise. And we're talking about the U.S. Senate race. Talk to us about that one, Ms. Thompson.
Well, there's been a lot of I'm excited about it, and this is what makes me as excited as the Obama race back in the day. Um, I had an opportunity to interview one of the candidates, Jasmine Crockett, and and of course, she has kind of celebrity status because they put the spotlight on her in a lot of these congressional hearings and meetings, and so she's got big name recognition. A lot of people are saying, well, she's not from Texas. Well, she is. She lives here in Texas, and she qualifies to run as a resident of Texas. She's been in Texas since she went to college, to law school, because she went to Texas Southern University. So she does, she's not from Texas, but she lives here. And then Tallarico, he's from Victoria. I hadn't heard.
He's from Victoria?
Yeah, he's from Victoria, Texas.
Oh, okay.
So I haven't heard much about Tallarico until maybe a couple of months ago. And I didn't really know Jasmine either, of course. I just knew this little spunky lady that they would always shine the spotlight on when they were having congressional hearings, and she would always ask all the questions. And she was very outspoken, but I didn't really know much about her as well. But and then we had an opportunity to rebroadcast, their debate on TAN TV, and so they have two different styles. They're running neck and neck supposedly in the polls. I just heard yesterday that Dallas Morning News endorsed Tallarico, and she lives in Dallas. And then Express News endorsed Jasmine Crockett here in San Antonio. The Texas AFL-CIO didn't endorse either one of them because whoever wins, they're gonna get behind that particular candidate. But it's a highly contested race. I had an opportunity to test out TikTok, putting some things on TikTok about Jasmine Crockett, and most of it has been positive until the last couple of days, and now it's just going viral with people coming on and saying, I'm not voting for her, or they have some like little negative things to say about her. But for the most part, she's been getting. If we did a poll from TikTok, she would win by a landslide. But we don't know. So all we're asking you to do is just to get out and vote your conscience, vote, what you feel is best for you. You can tell by my excitement, who I might be for, but.
Well, you know what? We're at a time now where, the politically correctness, or we it's time to roll up the sleeves and go to war, not battle, war.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and so we definitely need to get out and vote, and see how this Democratic primary goes for, hey, I got to call my friends down in Victoria and see what they know about Tallarico. Then I got some folks in Victoria down there, man. Shout out to Victoria.
Yeah, we got two candidates from Victoria. We didn't talk about the District 120 state rep position, but Barbara Gervin, two contenders running against her for the first time since she's been in office. And one young man is like 21 years old,
Mm-hmm.
Bentley Paz.
Mm-hmm.
And then Jordan Brown is running against her as well. And so, both of them have been beating the pavement. Her contenders have been beating the pavement, since last summer. So,
Well, she kind of really showed her experience in that debate they had, didn't she?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she's seasoned. You know, she's like the Iceman. You know, no, but you know, so but we need seasoned folks in. But I say get rid of all the Congress. Get rid of all of them.
Right.
Get rid of
Well,
all of them and start new. Let's start new, man. And
did you know that Maxine Waters is 87 years old?
she's right up there with my mom.
Yeah, she needs to.
You know, so when they keep saying, Maxine, sit down somewhere, please. We love you. And she's a fighter, but we need people that really can fight, especially against, you know, Trump. You know,
That can think on their feet. She can't even barely stand on her feet, let alone think on her feet. She
we
needs
love it. You know, job well done. You know, Maxine. You know, and but not just her. Get what's my man? He was the majority leader at one time. That old dude. I can't think of his name. Huh?
Al Green, he's 79.
No, not that. I'm not talking about the brothers. See, we on the brothers. You know, we black the Republican, the old Republican cats.
Oh, McConnell.
Yeah, Mitch. Yeah, get Mitch and Lindsey Graham and all them cats.
Well, I think he retired. They running in his
They
place.
finally got Mitch out of there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I hated him during Obama's tenure. Man, it was that dude there, boy. That dude got under my skin.
Yeah.
So, but before we go, Laura, you know, I would just wouldn't know what to do with myself if we forgot to mention my favorite judges. What's going on with my favorite judges?
No, so Stephanie Boyd is running for re-election. She's got about 2 or 3 people running against her, so she's been campaigning hard out there in the streets. Judge Yolanda Huff, she's running for re-election as well, and she's got a couple of people running against her as well. But you know, they haven't been as visible as them. At least, you know, they're not, you know, they're not blowing my phone up with a text to say that they're running. So I don't even know who those contenders are. Grace Azumba is running again. She ran for re-election last term, but she didn't win. But she's running again, so hopefully, you know, it works out for her. So you know, those are the 3 judges that I'm familiar with. Oh, it's another guy, Cleophas Marshall. He's running, so we'll see what happens with him.
Cleophas Marshall.
So we'll see.
Well, now what's he running for?
He's running for a judge position as well.
You know what? And I was just going to say that, Laura, and you know, it's not that, you know, those 2 are, you know, it's just my favorite because they, you know, they show love to us here at TAN TV, and you know, we love all you judges for sure. Now you know, but those 2 you know, definitely want to give a shout out to Judge Boyd and Judge Huff.
Yeah, and the county clerk, Lucy Adami, she's running for re-election. She's got a couple people running against her as well. Ross Hernandez, he's running for one of the clerk positions, but I'm not sure which one. But he's been out there, you know, for 2 or 3 years, you know, getting name recognition. So
well,
you know, he's everywhere.
Go ahead, Laura. My bad.
No, I just said he's everywhere. That's Ross Hernandez. But you know, it's just hard to keep up. There's so many people running during the primaries, you know, and if they don't, you know, I don't know if they don't have the money or if they're not really targeting certain areas. But most of those races are countywide, except for the state rep positions and the commissioners. But everything else is countywide. But you know, if you don't know. If you don't know about them, you can't vote for them.
Right.
So, people vote for who they know and, you know, who they like. So, I have some picks, but this is not the show for it.
Nah, we just gotta let folks know early voting starts and make sure you get yourselves prepared to vote and get out there and vote, man. We gotta vote.
Right.
And let's make these primaries, man, these midterms.
Hmm.
Last man, if we show up, come on, Dems,
Yeah,
and we
but
need to support the independents too. Go ahead.
yeah, it's going to be contentious out there. So, I had an opportunity to work polls where it has been some very contentious races. You just make sure you have your ID. Um, Make sure you have if you have your voter registration card and your ID, that's ideal. But especially your ID, make sure that you have your ID out there because, um, you know, at some polls, they are looking for you not to be able to have the right credentials or identification to vote. They're looking for a reason to turn you away. I know when Obama was running at the area where I voted, they had unplugged all of the voting machines and they were telling people that they weren't working and they had to come back and people would not leave. I happened to be a precinct chair at the time, so I called the elections office and they sent somebody out right away and found out that the machines were just unplugged. And so, they'll try. People at the polls are supposed to be professional and just supposed to facilitate you voting, but sometimes, um, it's a fight. And then, you have different competitors that are working the polls. And so just be careful out there. Have your ID and put on a happy face, go in there and vote and, you know, get the heck out of there. Um, but we just wanted to come on because we're off to the races for the 2026 primaries.
Yeah, we want to sit a hooty hoo out. Come on, y'all. We need to galvanize. We need to get out there and get out them polls. And like I said, we have to go in groups. Hey, let's do it. Yeah, let's do it, man. We got to vote. So we got to do something, man. This is crazy. And the thing about it is you be watching certain stuff like the immigration stuff that's going on, and then you find out right here in San Antonio they're buying that big old warehouse out there.
Yeah, they bought it
Bought
already.
it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And it's
The,
it's,
the
it's crazy,
seller's gone to the bank.
huh?
I said the seller has already gone to the bank on it.
But but we keep hearing about the conditions that the ones that they already have up, and that's crazy. And we're gonna mess around. It's gonna, once they get the immigration situation where they feels right, who next?
Right. Well,
Regular citizens. So if any time there's a need for black and brown, Asian, and whoever, we need to come together, man. That's all.
mhm.
I'm gonna get
Just
on.
get out and vote. Just get out and vote.
Yeah. Yeah.
That changed a lot. Just the fact that you have an opportunity to vote. You have the right to vote, and you got to exercise that right.
Yeah. Okay.
So what you got? What you got? What you got? What else you got, Dansby?
Nothing good. We just have people stay tuned. We got some good things coming on Tan TV. Look out for some of our shows and my main Tyrone out there doing this thing, pop it up. So Tan TV's on the move. So Laura, you can take us out of here.
Yep. So stay tuned and keep watching the Caregiver series. That's picking up a lot of traction. It's helping a lot of people. We've been having an opportunity to interview some great caregivers, that are sacrificing their lives and their time, including Vance, to take care of their parents and to take care of their loved ones. And so we have a show that provides information for resources. We have stories of people that are actually taking care of their parents. And so stay tuned for more on that.
And if you're sports fans, we finna jump on the Spurs. So we're gonna have some great conversation about these Spurs coming up. Which are they're playing well, man. The young fellas is doing well. So
they used to be talking about the Spurs. Now they're gonna really be talking about them, but in a different way.
Yeah. like we do, sports talk.
So this has been a time out, right? We fans took some time out to pop on and talk about this election. So if you're gonna be out in those streets tomorrow or all the way up until the 27th, do that. Get out and vote. Election day is March 3rd, and some of those races are pretty hot and contested. I know y'all been hearing about them, and so participate. Get out and exercise your constitutional right. That's one constitutional right that we still have. They try to take a lot of them away, but this is an opportunity to fight at the ballot with your vote.
Yes. So we're going to get out of here, Tim, because I just want to tell people, hey, this has been Vance Bradford, Laura Thomas on Time Out, and y'all take a time out and go vote.
Right. It sounds like Vance is saying, "It's my time up. My time is up."
No overtime over there. No overtime pay.
All right. Well, thank you for allowing me to hang out on Time Out. This is the first time I've been on your show. So.
Oh yeah. So it's all good. So you're doing double duty. You're a guest and the producer.
I like
all right, y'all. Don't forget, early vote starts tomorrow. Get out and vote.
All right. Bye-bye. We're going to be at the polls tomorrow at the Claude Black Center interviewing some people. So
nice.
we'll be showing you, what it looks like at the polls.